Hello and welcome to the Commander's Quarters. I'm your host, Mitch. Glad to have you here. Here at the Commander's Quarters, we're all about Commander on a budget. Today we've got an episode of Spare Change. Some episodes just don't fit in any of my other playlists, so this is where they end up. The topics on these episodes can vary pretty widely, so stay tuned to see what's in store for this one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. And while you're at it, subscribe and review our podcast as well. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support. Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Quarters studio. Now, you may have noticed that recently on the past few episodes, I haven't been shaving. Now, the actual reason for that is actually a really good one, well, depending on who you are and if you think this is a good reason or not, but it's for this episode. Today's episode is the best beards in Magic, and I wanted to fit the theme. Now, obviously, my beard's not quite up to snuff compared to some of the others that you're going to see today, but I tried. Okay, come on, give me a break. So yeah, I'm going to break down the top 20 beards of all time in Magic, so let's jump into it. So today's first top beard comes from Dwarven Grunt. Now, Dwarven Grunt might just be a 1/1 that just costs a red, but his beard game is strong. The amount of care that this dwarf puts into his beard is apparent. He's got a long beard accented with some curls on the side, and the mustache just tops it off, making him an easy include in this competition. Dwarven Grunt, you might just be a grunt, but your beard is worthy of a king. Up next, there's Fel in the Third Path, who might not have that bright red beard like Dwarven Grunt, but he pulls off the salt and pepper really well. Feldon pulls off simplicity perfectly. There are absolutely no frills with this beard because there isn't a need. Feldon's beard says, "Take me as I am." His beard just screams experience and tells you exactly what kind of person he is. Feldon is a master artificer, and his beard is truly art. Next up, we've got Gerard Weatherlight Hero. Gerard's got that long stubble look going on. Gerard's been piloting the Weatherlight non-stop trying to save the world. But of course, he still finds time to maintain his appearance, and his beard game is going on strong. His legacy will live on in stories as well as the remembrance of his fantastic beard. And of course, if I'm bringing up Gerard, I've got to bring up Urza. Even with a scowl, his goatee game is on point. Urza's trying to show that the simplest solution might be the best one. Who needs to cover the rest of that face when the goatee's doing a great job on its own? Plus, how's anyone going to see his scowl under that full beard? It just wouldn't be Urza if he wasn't upset at, well, something, or anything, everything. But next up we've got Barktooth War Beard, and I think it might be pretty obvious as to why this one was included. Not only does he have a glorious flowing beard, but his last name is Warbeard. And when the word beard is a part of your name, you better live up to that name. And Barktooth does that and then some. He more than lives up to his name, and it is an absolute honor to include Barktooth Warbeard in this list. And then we've got Grenzo Dungeon Warden. Grenzo showing off a different look that we haven't seen so far with the Chin Curtain. That's right, Chin Curtain is an actual beard type, and Grenzo pulls it off with perfection. Prisoners in his dungeon are welcomed by the smiling face and that beautiful beard. It's taken years for Grenzo to perfect this look, but he's definitely got it down pat now. Not to be outdone though, next up we've got Uncle Esteban. Now, Uncle Esteban might not be cleaning off his axe, but he's definitely cleaning up in the beard game. In fact, he's known by many of the townsfolk as the Silver Fox of the Forest. You might think the townsfolk will be staying away just because of that bloody axe, but they're actually just staying away because they'd be embarrassed if their beard had to compare to his. Good old Uncle Esteban does it best by pulling off that flow. But now let's move on to the Balduvian Barbarians. From the snowy slopes of Kaelor to the canyons of Bandu, we drink and fight and feast and die and show off our beards as we were born to do. You know that famous Balduvian tavern song is very true even still today. The bright red beard of this Balduvian just screams, "Look at me and bask in the glory of my amazing beard." And you are fortunate to have now experienced it yourself. Next up, there's Sarkhan, who's a very unique individual. And Sarkhan, of course, needs a very unique beard to match. He might not have time to put on a shirt, but he definitely has time to trim up that glorious beard. Sarkhan's beard is something between an anchor and a full goatee. But even if it is an anchor, it's definitely not holding him down. It is well known that he gained the respect of all the dragons in the land simply by showing them his beard. Not to be outdone though, next up we've got Ruhan of the Fomori. Ruhan's flow is as strong and legendary as his attacks. This legendary giant has a legendary giant beard that intimidates his foes. How are his foes supposed to stand up to him when their beard games are so weak? If I saw that glorious beard in person, I might have to turn and run in shame as well. And then there's Balthor the Defiled, who might be dead, but his beard game is still very much alive. Long, flowing red locks complement those very empty eyes. Even death could not part Balthor from his glorious beard. He remembers enough of his life to weep for what he has lost, but he then grins because he remembers that he has an amazing beard. Yeah, that flavor text must have got cut off at some point. But next up we have perhaps the most unique beard on this list with Inferno Titan. Because Inferno Titan's beard is on fire. Or it's made of fire. I don't know, one of the two. Regardless, it's amazing. He's got a beard that's just pure fire. You can't even get near his beard game or you'll get burned. Barbers might hate him, but we very much love Inferno Titan. Now let's move on to Boulware Intimidator, who very much lives up to his name, because enemies are very much intimidated by that beard. Small braids very much accent the glory of this beard. Boulware Intimidator knows a coward when he sees one, but I know a top beard in Magic when I see one too. So Boulware Intimidator definitely deserves his spot on this list. Speaking of a beautiful braided beard, there's Torbran. Torbrand's beautiful fiery beard is known from Red Fell all the way to the other places in Throne of Eldraine. Everyone knows his beard, even Oko. Oko wasn't banished from the realm or banned from all those formats, he simply had to show himself the door after seeing Torbrand's glorious beard. But now it's time for us to move on to Daretti. And Daretti is showing off those chops like there just ain't no tomorrow. He took a look at Grenzo and said, yeah, I like what you got going on there, but you know what, I don't need the chin hair. Daretti pulls off the look so flawlessly that you could swear his name was actually Daretti Savant of Chops. Chop on, Daretti. Chop on. Next up there's Teferi, who pulls off that long stubble look with perfection. It is well known that Teferi developed his time powers solely for the purpose in maintaining that beautiful beard. He manipulates time bubbles to spend hours upon hours upon hours to make sure that that beard is as glorious as it possibly can be. Time might be fleeting, but Teferi's look will never get old. But now let's take a look at Dwarven Blood Boiler. Now, Dwarven Blood Boiler has that silver flow that all the others really wish that they could match. And actually, that's how he gets his comrades' blood boiling. They simply look at his beard and realize that they will never have such a glorious thing. This drives them into a frenzy that no one can stop. Realizing the imperfections of your own beard is truly an infuriating thing. Needless to say, Dwarven Blood Boiler is very good at his job. And now it's time to take a look at Prognostic Sphinx. It is said that this Sphinx can look into the future, and he knows that this beard style will never get old. His long mustache complements his beautiful flowing braids. When gazed upon by mortals for the first time, they hardly notice the wings or the lion tail. It is the beard that their focus is drawn to. And he knows that their future beards will be nowhere near as glorious as his own. But next up there's Mountain Titan, who shows off his windswept beard. Who needs sleeves when you've got a fiery beard like that to keep you warm? No matter where Mountain Titan goes, everyone knows that beard. Whether he's in the mountains or the valleys, they know the flow. But out of all the beards that we've gone through today, none of them stack up compared to the last one. I've truly saved the best for last, because the best beard of all time in Magic belongs to none other than Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive. Saffron Olive's beard is truly legendary in the Magic community. No matter how many new pieces of art come out with more and more glorious beards, none will ever match up to the glory of Saffron Olive. The dedication to his beard game is truly remarkable. So if you want to follow the most glorious beard in Magic, make sure you check him out on Twitter at Saffron Olive. And make sure you check out his and other great content on MTG Goldfish. You get amazing Magic content as well as amazing glimpses at his glorious beard. And with that, this show has come to a close, so it's my turn to hear from you. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about my beard and how it stacks up compared to the competition. I mean, I'm no Saffron Olive, but come on, I'm trying. And make sure you're following us on social media for more updates and sneak peeks on future episodes. Again, a huge thank you to my patrons who help make this show possible. I truly couldn't do any of this without your support. If you want to support this channel directly, consider becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, including being able to vote on future commanders for deck techs. There are even tiers where you get your own personalized deck tech dedicated to you. You can check out all the Patreon tiers and rewards at patreon.com/commandersquarters. If you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Here at the Commander's Quarters, we're all about budget commander. So while you're at it, go ahead and check out some of our other types of episodes. And with that, I'm out of here. Thanks again and have a good one.